On tonight's show, we have celebrity fashion stylist, LA the Stylist. And now for your host, KoolKard. Welcome everybody back to the Kickin' It with KoolKard show. This is episode 111. And thank you for tuning in. I'm back and we kicking it once again every Tuesday night, 10 p.m. You know where to find me. I have an announcement on this show tonight. I have finally put my show in an audio form. I've put it online. I've put it in a podcast form. I don't like to call it a podcast because it's a show. All right. But I've made an audio version available for you guys on Spotify and Apple Podcast. So if you know anybody, or maybe you're tuning in because you like the guest, but you're not really into watching stuff on YouTube or shows like that, and you want to just listen, well, hey, guess what? Now you can go on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and listen. Run it back for your boy. Okay. I got all the links in the description down below. So if that's you, or if anybody that you know that's interested, but they really don't want to watch, there you go. All right. Solution. Boom. For everybody who doesn't want to watch these shows. All right. I get it. All right. But listen, anyway, episode 111. This is a special episode. I have a return guest coming back on the show. The last time she was here, we were talking about all of her dreams, all the things that she desired to do and to be, and she has manifested that. So we're talking manifestation tonight because it is real. And I know it can sound cliche. You hear all these people talking about all these fantasies and dreams and manifestation and positive energy. Well, it's real. But so many people are talking about it. It can sound cliche, but I got living proof for you. We're going to jump in. She goes by LA the Stylist, or La the Stylist, however you know her. But she's here, y'all. And I'm happy. I'm happy, man. I love it. So we're going to jump right in. Let me give her a warm, cool welcome, and then let's get the show on the road. LA, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, man. Everything is wonderful. It's wonderful to have you back on the show. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to have you here. For real.
Me too.
Yeah.
I love Kickin' all the time. All the time.
Hey, man. And people don't know that we've kept in touch since the last show, since the first show. So yeah. I kind of been along for the ride with where you've gone from then. Proud of you. Proud of you.
Don't start right now. It's too early for me to start.
Listen, I'm proud of you, for real. But listen, before we jump in, I have to do a prayer. Have to say a prayer for all of us, and we'll get the show on the road. Heavenly Father, Lord Jesus, we just thank you for this moment in time. We thank you for LA to return on the show, Heavenly Father, Lord Jesus, and just be able to share her journey with us. We just thank you for manifestation, Lord Jesus. That's what we're here again to speak about. We thank you for that. We thank you for life. We thank you for love. We thank you for happiness. We just thank you for waking us up this morning, Lord Jesus. We just thank you for positive energy. We just thank you for your sacrifices. Lord Jesus, we just give you all the victory, all the glory, all the love, all the praise. Just bless this show and bless us, Lord Jesus. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Oh, you saved. Oh, I love it. Okay, Lord, as much as I do.
Yeah, man. I'm happy. I'm happy that you're here. I can't wait to hear about your journey. Like I said, I've been a fly on the wall, but I don't know it all. So you're here to kind of chronicle that for us and just kind of tell us really what manifestation is, because like I was saying in the intro, you hear it all the time. Everybody's throwing out these positive things on Instagram, on social media, whatever, and we all talk about manifestation, but people aren't really living that. People aren't really doing it, and some people don't really even know what that looks like.
Yeah.
Right. But before I do that, I got one thing I do want to show. I want to show a clip from the first interview. All right. LA back then to LA now, and we're gonna talk about that. All right.
Okay.
All right. How did the Jordin Sparks opportunity come about?
My friend Jamal Jamal Joseph. He actually choreographed part of Coachella for Beyonce. And he's worked with Dawn. He's worked with a lot of names, big names. And he's been working a lot closely with Jordin Sparks. Literally, it was so funny. He called me and he was like, hey, I'm doing a photo shoot and working on some promo, and I want to know if you want to help me style Jordin Sparks. And I was like, what?
No brainer.
Yeah. And he was like, okay. And I was like, well, I have some looks that I haven't used and blah, blah, and all this, because I'm thinking like a lot of places are closed. So funny enough, those looks actually came from my closet, because I keep like a whole like kit of like looks that I can like throw on people just in case the showroom doesn't come through for me.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah. He was like, okay, well, we're on our way to your house in an hour. And I was like, I'm scrambling. Jordin Sparks is about to come to my house. Like, I'm like, what? Everything's clean. Okay, cool. I'm like, let me set up. Let me put my, like, I'm over here thinking, like, what do I need to do? Make sure it's good in here. Make sure it's cool. But yeah, she came over real quick. We put some looks on. We talked. Got to know each other for a second. And then, yeah, I styled her 3 days later. Literally, it was like, boom, boom.
Yes.
Oh, look at 1 year ago live.
Look at you. Look at you. What would you say to that person right now? Because I know some of the things you were going through, some of the things that was going on in your head. It's been a journey. What would you say to that person right now looking back?
Be patient. I'm so impatient. I still am. I probably need to still tell myself that. But yeah, it's coming. Just keep praying, and your name is in rooms that you haven't stepped foot in yet. So just hang tight.
Yes, I love it. And one thing that you sent me today, and I didn't even realize it, I booked you for the show 111, and you sent me this. I want to read this. This special, and I didn't even know. I didn't put this together. I just said, "Hey, you come on the show, whatever day."
Crazy.
Right? So you sent me this. You said, it says, as mentioned, the meaning of an angel number 111 is often associated with luck, love, and spirituality. When you see the angel number 111, you should recognize this as an invitation to pay attention to all of the positive signs in your life and to everything that has been working out in your favor. Girl, if that ain't the truth, if that ain't you.
That gives me chills. I was like 111. Wait, I always, whenever I see numbers like that, I'm like, okay, let me go read what that means.
Yeah.
And I read the, wow.
Yeah. If that ain't you.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. So, man, that's I want you to really hone in on like what manifestation is for you, and what it looks like. Because, like I said, we all hear it. A lot of people don't know what it looks like, and it's not happening in their lives, and they can be impatient. They may not even know how to even put that positive energy out there, speak it into existence, speak life into it, because of the negativity overtakes them. They don't know how to channel that. Speak to that. How did that work out for you?
It's crazy. I always joke with my friends because I'll say something and then it'll happen, like random stuff, small things. But I don't know. It was just a point when I was so like sad. Okay. And I'm gonna try to say this. I'm gonna be a real thug and not cry. But like the beginning of the year was so crazy. No, the beginning of the year was so crazy. Dealing with the loss of two good friends of mine, and I was so like depressed. But I'm the strong friend, so of course I'm always there. I'm always, the fun, the goofy person, all that. But at that point, I got real close to God, and I was like, God, I'm so upset. I'm so hurt. I don't understand anything. And I'm unhappy at work. I'm unhappy with my friends dying, COVID, business going slow. I didn't feel like I was doing as much fashion as I should be doing. So yeah, I just started speaking things and then talking to my friends, and they're all like, "Man, you're so dope." Like, your friends sometimes they're the best. I have some of the best group of people in my life who always pour into me, encourage and just hype me up and gas me. And I'd be like, "Oh, I think I had imposter syndrome really bad." So not thinking that I was worthy of some of the blessings that
Mhm.
came my way. And then finally I just tapped into it. I'm like, you know what, God, I'm gonna ride this out. I'm gonna speak those things. I started writing things on. I have a board in my room. I started writing on my mirror. I'm like, just affirmations and different things. And I started saying, you know what? Um, I have one. I'm trying to think of it. I was like, God is making room for your gift. Congratulations. That's what I wrote on the board. Congratulations, God is making room for your gift. And I still have it on my board. And then I remember shout out to Harrison. He's another wardrobe stylist in New York. He hit me up and he was like, he always hits me up when he can't come here and work with Kirby. And me and her talk about a lot of stuff. And she's like, "You so dope. You do this. You do this, this, this. Like, what do you want to do next?" And I was like, "I want to go on tour. Like, I want to be a touring wardrobe stylist. Like, I love music. I love to travel. I wish I could do that. I just want to be on the road and do that." And then I got a call from another stylist. Crazy enough, I was still working at a fashion job. Like, I'm still doing things here and there because I'm bored and I'm like, okay, my business is going slow. So I took on a temporary fashion gig, and I got a call to do assistant wardrobe for some background dancers.
Mm-hmm.
And there was another stylist on set. She never said much to me, but hey, how you doing? And we went our separate ways. And she was watching me the whole time. And all of a sudden, she texted me and she was like, "Hey, can you give me a call?" I'm like, "Oh, okay." I didn't even know she had my number. I don't know how she got it. Well, I'm telling you, it's so weird. So she called me and she's like, "Hey, I want to know if you want to assist me with Salt and Pepper. They have a couple gigs. I can't do it. It'll be spot dates. And spot dates mean you travel, you go home. You don't stay. It's not a tour." I'm like, oh, "Okay, cool." I started doing those like every other weekend. Mind you, still holding on to my job, still trying to calling out sick, saying I had COVID, whatever I needed to do to get there. Did that, and I was like, okay, and I didn't know then that was me prepping to travel and do this all the time.
Yeah.
I'm doing that, and I'm like, all right, cool, cool, cool. I got back in town one day and I texted Kirby and I'm like, "Hey, you good?" She was like, "Actually, I need you to come on set and help me put some stuff together." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And that's when we started talking. And I was like, "Yeah, I want to go on tour." And she was like, "Well, I don't know if there's something you'd be interested in, but I need a stylist to go on tour with me." And I was like, that was crazy.
Just like
And
that.
and just like that, two
Just,
tours.
wow. That's amazing. That's
Mm-hmm.
amazing. And so, and we talked, I showed the clip about Jordin Sparks, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the early stages of that. Speak
Mm-hmm.
about what transpired moving forward, because you went on to do more work with her, correct?
Mm-hmm. We we started doing like press photos, and then we shot her music video, and that was like insane because you know how the business goes.
Yeah.
People turn over all the time, even me. Sometimes I'm someone's stylist, and then next thing you know, we're not working together.
Right.
It happened. But she was still going through different makeup artists, different hairstylists, and then she started calling me a lot more for like she called me for her a wine, barefoot wine did promo. I styled her for that. um I styled her for a show she went on, and then now that you're playing it, then I styled her for her music video, her latest single, "You Still Think of."
Wow.
And yeah.
And that was kind of like that was God dangling that carrot
Mhm.
in front of you. You didn't even know it, but you did know it. But
I didn't.
but you didn't know what was to come because you were so immersed in what was going on around you and losing your friends and just
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
I,
it was
go ahead. Go ahead.
so, it was so crazy because I was like no, a lot of people don't know. Like I was that was so traumatic for me because it was like back to back. It in 2019 I spent Christmas with my cousin. 2020 January she died.
Oh,
2020 Christmas I spent with my friend. January 2021 he died.
wow.
So even now, even this year, last year, I didn't even go home for Christmas because that's something I was still dealing with because I was like, I don't want to go home. I don't want to kick it with nobody. I don't want to hang with my friends because I don't want to lose them. And I know it has
Oh,
nothing to do with me, but that really like
yeah.
took a toll.
Yeah, it was that pattern. It's kind of
Yeah.
tripping in your mind. Like it's a pattern. Let me break that pattern right now. Yeah, I get it.
And my best friend, she passed a week before my birthday last year. So then I had to go home for that and like speak at her funeral. So right before all these blessings, I was all the way like done. I was like not happy, not enthused. I was
So
still in fashion.
I remember you posting. It was two people you lost in 2021, correct?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
you so in both in January? Is that
One
what
in
you're
January, one in April.
one in April? Okay, because it was so back to back. It felt like
Hmm.
because time elapses, man. But I do remember you posting, and I was like, "Is she talking about the same person?" And I was like, "No, this is another one." And I knew they were near and dear to you, really close. So I was like, "Oh my god!" And I reached out to you and gave my condolences and all that. And man, I can't imagine. Like,
And
yeah.
in the previous interview because that's how I started. Let LA Style You was with her. Like we started our business together.
Oh,
She did makeup, I did wardrobe. So she's
wow.
like the reason I'm here.
So she's the one that you moved to LA with.
No, she's the person that I started my business in Texas before I moved.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's tough.
Oh yeah. It was
Oh
crazy.
my god. So how did that change you in a sense? Like when you got through that storm, did that give you more motivation to push through?
Yeah, because I feel like for both of them, they were both low key living vicariously through me. We talked all the time. These are two people I had very close relationships with, and we talked all the time, especially because that's my best friend.
Yeah.
And I felt like, I mean, of all things, she always wanted to be a mother, so she definitely completed that task. Has a beautiful baby girl and a beautiful daughter and husband, but I feel like there was so many things she didn't do as far as pushing her dreams because she was a very talented makeup artist, very great event planner. That girl was so creative, like she it was so many things that she wanted to do that she didn't get to tap into, and I felt like it would be a disservice to my friends if I didn't go and didn't you know
Yeah.
kick ass and do what I'm doing out here because they were always looking up to me like, man, we're so proud of you, you left and you really did what you said you were going to do.
Yeah, so yeah, you listen.
Don't worry about the job, I'm not going to hold on to it, I'm going to go. If I get an opportunity, I'm going to jump.
Yeah, I remember, and it's good because you're taking a piece of her along with you. It's almost like
Yeah.
she's with you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and you said you weren't gonna turn down anything, and I remember you. I don't know why we were interacting. It was through DM,
Yeah.
before I had your number, whatever. But we were, every other day we talk, whatever. I don't know how I was interacting with you with
Mm-hmm.
that day, but you were expressing to me that, hey, I'm back from tour, whatever, but I'm a little nervous today because I got an opportunity. I might have to quit my job, and I was just like, well, isn't that what you asked for?
Yeah.
Like, what's the cold feet for? Like, God got you, girl. Like, that's what you asked for. But I get it though. We're human, you know. Sometimes it's like it comes so fast. It's like, wait, hold on. Am I making
it,
the right decision? But
it was too much at first. It was like Salt and Pepper, their those shows were coming every other week, and I'm like, okay, I can't call out what I'm gonna say this time or what I'm gonna do. And then you were like, quit that job, and then somebody else was like, quit, and I'm like, do you guys understand? Like, this is like one gig and then a break,
yeah,
and then it's like I talked to my mom, and she was like, when has God like ever failed you? Like, why do you keep doing this? And I'm like, because I like to work and I don't like to be broke and I want to make money, and a for sure check looks amazing every week.
Mm-hmm. But that
So,
but that cripples a lot of people.
oh, still to this day,
Yeah.
if somebody like, ooh, what should I do? It's like weighing your options, but you know where you need to go. Because I'm like, I would pray for opportunities like these, or I would see
Mhm.
people on like, dang, how they do that? And like, I'm sitting here working. I'm like, well, this is why I'm sitting here working.
Exactly. Because
So
it's the faith. Faith really has to kick in. You don't see the next opportunity, but the next opportunity is gonna stem from that opportunity that you're passing up.
right.
So
I,
you just gotta go with it.
I always think of that one picture where God is holding the big teddy bear behind him, but you're holding on to that little teddy bear. Like, but I love this toy. Like, this is the only one I have. And they're like, I have something bigger. But you're like, well, scoot over. Let me see what that is behind you. Like, that's me.
Yeah. It's a
I'm
lot of
trying.
people. It's a lot of people. And that's why I wanted to talk to you about this whole manifestation, and because there's a lot of people that you're speaking to right now. There's a lot of people that you're speaking to right now. I used to be in that boat, and it wasn't for, to go on tour, but it was for me to quit my job and take this opportunity that was in front of me. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm married, so it's not just a decision I have to make. But man, my
Yeah.
wife was like all about it more than I was. Not even more than I was, because I wanted it. But of course, you get nervous. She's like, man, I got responsibilities. I got this. She was like, man, listen, we're gonna be all right. Take the opportunity, and I leaped. You know what I'm saying? And
Love,
what are you
I
saying?
love I love that for you.
Yeah, man, I leaped, and I was doing my thing for about 4 or 5 years. Doing my thing, wasn't employed or nothing like that, and then I went back to a 9 to 5 because I had a opportunity. Let me just say this: I had to put myself in position for for another opportunity, and it made it easier for me for that, to get that opportunity or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's just part of the plan. So that's why I think in the last interview we were talking about, don't be afraid to go get a job. You can't be a starving artist out here anymore. Times are different. You have to be able to fund your dreams. You have to be able to just live a normal life too, and go out to eat and take your trips and have these life experiences, because that's what's going to move you forward. That's what's going to keep you sane and drive you forward. Because at the end of the day too, I'm not saying don't go out there and take that leap of faith, but at the end of the day, if one door slams in front of you, that's not going to have everything that you built up come crumbling down, because guess what? You got friends that love you, you got family that love you, you got some money in your pocket. It probably ain't as much as you want, but you got some money in your pocket. You can go get a nice little steak dinner. You can feed yourself. Nothing really changes. You understand? It's just a no,
Yeah.
but it's not really a no. That no just makes you grow. It's a stepping stone. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you can't really be a starving artist out here anymore. It doesn't make any damn sense. I used to be that guy, and I had to learn the hard way. I used to
You
be
better.
that guy, but I had to make myself understand that it's okay to go do the normal things. You're just being human. You're being a responsible human being, or being a man. But don't let it cripple you. If that opportunity
Yeah.
comes where you can take that leap, go. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I say that to say you can still be who you are and not feel so defeated when that no comes, because you still have something. You got something. You got a life. You're creating a good quality of life. Nobody wants to live a shit life and go through the struggles of, damn, am I ever gonna make it? Am I good enough? This, that, and the third. Because we all think that at some point. I don't care how confident you are. All them things go through your mind. You hear enough no's.
Right.
But should you be experiencing that, being a starving artist, sleeping on somebody's couch, broke as hell, that can't even take care of yourself, or have something to stand on, some type of foundation to bounce back when somebody tells you no? You get
Yeah.
millions of no's. You know what I mean? So I just try to speak that to younger people to make them understand, like, man, being that starving artist ain't the cool thing to do. Figure
Yeah.
something out. You got to take care of yourself somehow.
I would never claim a starving. I don't want to starve. I like to eat, honestly. I
Hell
like to
yeah.
starve. No
Hey,
thanks.
we all
Ask me
do.
right now. The answer is yes. I'm going out to there be drinks. That's all I want to know.
Right. And see, that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
You can still go and be free, live a
Mm-hmm.
happy life, entertain yourself, have fun with friends, because you got something in your pocket. You didn't starve. You took care of yourself. You handled your responsibilities. You got your own place. So when them no's come, yeah, they can be defeating at times. But guess what? That doesn't change anything you got going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're not
And,
hanging on by a thread.
and that's the thing about manifesting what you want. It still take work. Like I can say, oh, I'm gonna be this bomb ass wardrobe stylist, right? But if I'm not producing content, if I'm not taking pictures, if I'm not networking, if I'm not being on social media, putting myself out there, if I'm not talking, if I'm not doing the work, me talking, that means nothing. If
Yeah,
I'm sitting on the couch, sitting here with my pride, like people owe me something, like nobody
yeah,
owes me. So, on top of me saying all these things, I was still taking pictures. Like, I will take a picture of myself in a minute. If I don't have anybody to style,
there you go.
I'll go get some clothes, make a cute look, and provide some content because somebody is watching it like, oh, that's a dope outfit. Where you get that from? Oh, I need you to style me for this, or I need you to do that. You know, and I'm
Yep.
talking to my friends and letting them know, hey, if you need me, I got you. Like half of my friends on here, I'm pretty sure at one point I've styled them for something. And shout out to them because I wouldn't be Let La Style You if I didn't have friends
Yeah.
who trusted, you know?
You're doing the work without you were doing the work before the opportunities came about. But that's what you have to do. You have to produce the opportunities for yourself. How are you
Mm-hmm.
gonna create the opportunities if nobody sees your work? You can't
And
just
don't,
say I do this. Style some friends, style yourself, whatever you gotta do to build your portfolio to showcase that. Let me ask you a
mm-hmm.
question. Going back to the whole starving artist thing, because I just want to give a quick analogy. And not even an analogy. Have you ever been around a desperate person?
Of course, I'm sure.
How'd you feel? How'd their energy make you feel?
With them being desperate.
Hmm.
Mm, define what they're desperate for because,
Okay,
yeah.
so I ain't talking about a crook, right? I'm not talking about a crook, somebody who's desperate, whatever. But someone who's desperate, who's overly anxious. Do you feel like you can trust them?
No.
Exactly. So, starving artist, and you're hanging on by a thread, and you need that shot because you're desperate for some money to feed yourself, to pay a bill, to survive.
Mm-hmm.
People are gonna run from you because they feel like they can't trust you. You're desperate. What do
It's not,
desperate people do? Some steal, some kill, some they rob, right? Whatever.
yeah, they
It's a
cheat.
exactly. It's that type of energy that's gonna basically repel people away from you because
Mm-hmm.
they can't trust you. They don't feel like they can trust you because you're desperate. But if you come into a room and take this for instance, because I act right, so a desperate actor goes into an audition room, they feel that energy, and 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna get that part because you're desperate. If you go in there with confidence, you're cool, you're collected, and it's like, you know what? If you don't hire me, I don't give a damn because I'm gonna walk out here and hop in my car and go eat somewhere. You know what I'm
Period.
saying?
Yeah. But that's how it's supposed to be. Like, even when working with celebrities or people of which what we feel is like a higher status than us, even with like case in point, working with Salt and Pepper, like these women are like pioneers of
Hmm.
the, you know, and I could easily go in there and be a yes woman and be like, oh yeah, whatever you need, yeah, yeah, yeah. But instead, I go in there with my personality. I'm talking to them like they my friends.
Exactly.
I'm comfortable because I know if I'm already here, I belong here. There's
Exactly.
no need to do all that extra and be like, yeah, like I think she was on here now. She's a makeup artist for them. And like we will sit in there and laugh and talk and I'll talk to them and be on their level and be comfortable. And I'm like, I don't like this. I want to change this. I'm like, no, you don't have to do that. Let's do this. Like I'm gonna still give you pushback if I know what's best for you, you know, and I'm still of course gonna take notes and listen and please my client. But at the end of the day, I'm not in there like, oh, let me grab this. Oh, let me do that. I'm not in there looking thirsty or
Yeah.
like a groupie or like a fan
Right.
that not supposed to be here. Like we're all working
Confidence breeds excellence, man.
as much as I need you.
Yeah, exactly. And they appreciate that and they respect that. And they don't want someone who has that fan energy around them anyway because it's like, can I even you gotta. I like to say this. You just gotta be human. You gotta be human with them, because at the end
Yeah.
of the day, all that other stuff that these fans and fanatics want to talk about, they ain't trying to hear that.
Mm-mm.
Especially when they're behind the scenes, they're not trying to hear all that. They're trying to be normal. They're trying to be
And they
normal.
like just chill.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, on the inside, I'm screaming, I'm sweating, because I'm like, these women are about to go on stage, and if anything happens with their wardrobe, that's on me. Like, I cringe when stuff is falling apart.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm not gonna let you see me sweat. I'm gonna go over here in the corner and woo-saw, and then come back and be like, all right, here's a solution. Let's do it, okay? But yeah, of course, on the inside, I'm probably like, oh my God, I'm with so and so. This is crazy.
And were you able to have regular conversations with them? Just talk
Oh yeah,
about things that's not about the business, right?
oh yeah. We talk and laugh and have a good time. I do
Yeah.
that with all clients. I think that's why they keep calling me, because I will have you. Well, we laugh and talk and goof around, but I mean, business is business, and I'm gonna snap back into wardrobe mode. But if we get a moment where we can just chill and talk, and I can get to know you and you can get to know me, I'm gonna
Mhm.
do that.
Yeah, and they appreciate that because you're being
Yeah.
human, you know. And yeah, man, that's great. I love it. I love it. I love it. What's been
Thank
the
you.
what's been the biggest lesson that you've learned since you've gotten the opportunity to go out on tour with these women and these artists and be around certain people, certain individuals?
Just stay one step ahead. So that, like, just do your research. Um, it was so many times I was just not prepared, because again, this is new for me. I had never been on tour. Certain things I picked up, and just remember, you're always a student. It doesn't matter if, okay, you're on tour. It's things I didn't know that I know now, and I was like, ooh, I should have knew that was coming. But you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
always be open. Uh, have a great attitude, because it'll take one moment where you have an off day, and that trickles,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
people on. So, you know, and still working with me. I'm not always chipper. I
Yeah.
had moments where I don't want to talk to nobody, and people think that I'm mad. But you know what I mean? Like, just learn.
Hey man, you're human. You're human.
Yeah,
And what did I tell you when you got that opportunity? I said, listen, I don't care how far you go or how far you take this, always remember how you feel right now.
mm-hmm,
Get jaded. And then it becomes
yeah,
just another job. I'm around such and such, I'm around such, but it's no big deal. Whatever. You get jaded. You get comfortable.
mm,
Never forget how you felt before you had that opportunity. You know what I mean? That'll keep you vibrant. That'll keep you alive. That'll keep you having fun with it, you know? I've met a
yeah,
lot of
and that's
people. Go ahead, go ahead.
something I still need to work on, because as a creative, sometimes you're not present in that moment, because you're always like, okay, like the
Mhm.
first tour, I was like, okay, like, oh, we got a few more weeks, and then I don't have a job. So what am I gonna do next? And I'm not even present. Like,
Yep.
I'm on one of the biggest tours with like John Legend, and that's not even registering, because I'm like, what am I doing after this? Like, okay, this is cool, but like, so I didn't do so well. Cool, I'm sorry. I was like, what do I do next? But
Yeah.
now, like, in hindsight, I realized, like, that was an amazing opportunity. And then I started working on it this next tour when we went with Pink Sweats, and I'm like, okay, I'm present. I realized this is an opportunity that a lot of people who dream of, and
Yeah.
I need to be grateful and be mindful that, hey, God gave you the desires of your heart.
Yep. Yep. You want to hear something crazy? And I don't know if you believe me or not, but I can tell the difference between the mindset of when you were out with John Legend and as opposed to when you were out with Pink Sweats. You were having more fun in your pictures. You posted more. You showed
Mm-hmm.
more celebratory pictures. You
Mm-hmm.
go back and look through them if you don't believe me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
Oh, dude.
You did. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It was two different feelings with those tours, two different emotions, I guess. You're right. We're gonna talk about that, but you're right.
Just go back and look.
Okay.
I know you got a whole
Okay.
bunch of pictures on your phone that you didn't post. Go back and look through them pictures and then look at the pink sweats. That's just what I get hearing you say what you just said. I can see that. And for
Yeah.
me to be able to recollect just that quick from you saying that, go back and look at them.
Okay.
And
Wow.
think about where your mind was then and where your mind was during the Pink Sweats tour. You can tell. Go look at it.
I'm gonna text you offline about this because that's another show. That's another conversation. That's crazy. Okay.
Go look at those
You
pictures.
too. You're too good. That's scary. Wow. Now I got to feel. Let me take a drink. Hold on.
Yeah. I'm gonna sip to that too. I might not be sipping what you sipping, but we gonna sip together.
This is holy water.
If that's holy water, take some with your finger and splash it in your face.
Can we go to commercial?
Nah, girl, we ain't going no damn commercial. Oh man. So I know. Okay, so we talked about the biggest lesson. How has it changed your perspective and your outlook on your business? On how you conduct your business I know you said, you stay 2 steps ahead or whatever, but as far as like where LA's going with her business and your business strategies, how has that affected you?
It's just a lot. I realize it's so much I need to work on, but I would say that both of these tours really matured me in a different way as far as how I handle business, how I want to conduct myself, how I want to brand myself, and things that I learned. Like, of course, I talk to you about this because we always talk about work and stuff like that and like things I want to do. But I feel like touring, even though sometimes it's stressful when I'm on tour, that's really like I feel like I found my purpose
Mm-hmm.
because we're moving fast. I'm having to think on my feet really quickly, whether it be wardrobe changes, malfunctions, me having to sew stuff, me having to figure out how to wash things in the middle of the night, just things like that. I realized doing photo shoots is cool. You prep, you get them dressed, they take their pictures, all right, boom, it's over. But when you're on tour, you're never off the clock, especially for wardrobe. Like,
Yeah.
the singer, chilling. All she gotta do is get dressed. You know what I'm saying? Well, not all she gotta do. Let me take that back. All you have, so much more, so much more. But what I'm saying is, like, as far as me, like, there was times I was stressed or I had to go run as soon as we got in town. Everybody wanted to take a nap. I'm headed to the mall because I need shoes, I need this, I need fabric, I need safety pins, I need anything you could think of that could go wrong. I remember one time the shoes. Kirby hated the shoes. It was so hilarious because a day before we left to go on tour, I had sprayed these shoes and matched the colors and the fabric. I'm like, oh, these shoes are gonna be hot. She looked at them. She was like, I don't like them.
Oh man.
And I was like, yes, you do. Like, it took me hours, a whole day to do this. Like, and then it's like, you just have to be like, okay, solution, solutions. Okay, let me go buy all new shoes and pray that they have everybody's size, and they don't. So that means go to another store, call in stores, like, do you have this size? Do you have this? Can you hold it? You know, it was crazy. But
Wow.
when I look at it, it's like I wouldn't have it no other way because as soon as they got on stage, I'm like, oh, they look good. Wow, everybody's recording them and they look fabulous. And nobody knew that I cursed everybody out in my head. And I'm pissed. And I'm calling my friend crying because I'm like, I hate it. I want to go home. Like, you don't know that once they get on stage because then it's like it never happened. And then I'm happy and I'm like, okay, it's lit.
This is good. This is good. Because you basically just led into what I was going to talk about next, as far as basically, you post the pictures, tour life looks great. Everybody's, oh, you're on tour with such and such. Like, that's how people are perceiving everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't know what struggles you deal with out there. So, for instance, with the John Legend, it looks great to everybody that you're out there with them. But in your mind, every day, you're thinking, what the hell am I gonna do when I get back?
Yeah,
Right? And then
it was
and then
crazy.
from just a stylist perspective, it's like anybody that's watching this show that wants to do what you're doing, you're giving them the inside scoop on how it really goes down. The hurdles that you can have to overcome and still keep a smile on your face and make sure that show looks perfect, like nothing ever went on behind the scenes. You
Hmm.
know? So yeah, that's great. I love it.
No, it was. I mean, I love everybody on tour, but I had moments where I doubted myself, doubted why I was there. I was sad. I went through a quick little mini like moment where I literally bursted into tears like backstage, and I was like, what is this emotion
Yeah.
that's coming over me? And it was like you get kind of homesick, but you like, I'm happy to be here because this is what I prayed for.
Yep.
And then you feel like no one, not this is nothing against anybody, this is just my personal thoughts. Like, you seem, sometimes you'd be like, okay, I don't feel appreciated, even though I'm carrying the clothes, I'm doing this, I'm making sure y'all look good, I'm doing that. But everybody got their mind on
Other thing.
getting on stage. Everybody's doing their own thing, so it's like I had to be like, don't take that personal.
Right.
It wasn't even about you. It's just like, I'm like, ugh, nobody cares that I've been going everywhere looking for this and grabbing this and doing that and making sure y'all look good, washing clothes on my hand, drying them with a blow dryer from the hotel bathroom, like hand washing, running to Walgreens, grabbing detergent, looking for a cleaners, looking for a seamstress, doing this like
Wow.
with no sleep, on top of trying to handle social media. It was just, I just had a moment where I was like, I want to go home.
But you grew. You grew. Because
Yeah,
now you get
absolutely.
it. You get it. You understand that you can't take it personal because your priorities are not their priorities. They're worrying
Mhm.
about if it's dancers, their routines, if it's
Right.
Kirby or whoever rehearsing, song order, you know what I'm saying? Song select, whatever, you
And
know?
we're like you said, everybody was worried about something. Like, you, as soon as they get on stage, all that goes away because it's like, okay, we made it.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, one of the dancers, leg, one of them got sick right before she got on stage, and we didn't know she was gonna be able to get on. Like, it was so bad.
Oh wow.
Or like maybe the night before, Kirby is like, I don't feel like I sound good, or sound problems, or the mic cut out, or this happened, or my shoe was messed up, or like, what I mean, things,
Yeah.
or just everybody had so many things on their mind, and that taught me so much because I had to remove self and think about my girls and my team.
Right.
Be like, we all going through stuff, or people going through stuff back home. Like, you never know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. See, everybody still got life going on back home.
yeah,
That's what.
and we had to still put our game faces on, meet people, and then of course you got fans who are like, "Oh my god, this is so exciting! Oh, you guys did so good!" And like they're just happy. They don't know any of this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it was great. It was great.
So how do you feel about, well, okay, I know you develop relationships with,
Hmm.
the immediate surrounding people that you're dealing
Hmm.
with, but others that you come in contact with, how is that with relationship building and how do you scale those situations?
Relationship building as far as who?
Just other people that you meet along. Say if you met somebody in Pink Sweats camp and you guys are gelling and y'all are talking, like how is that relationship building? And then dealing with superficial, how can you decipher whether this is a good relationship thing I'm trying to build here or some superficial shit and it's just for the moment because we're here?
Well, we're big on energies.
For sure.
Something that we both have in common, and I can I know somebody I go to church with or had was watching this, but I can spot bullshit
Yeah.
a mile away. So thank God nobody was like that on the tours. Neither one of them. Like, nobody was on some
Great.
phony. Like, you could tell everybody it just felt like family.
Okay.
Which is why it was so sad when it was all over. Because of course we all live um different states.
Right.
Everybody doing their own thing, but I didn't really have that problem. Thank God. I wish I had some wood to knock on. That continue even with our 3 camps I've been with. Of course, Salt and Pepper, Kirby. I met John Legend's team, and I met Pink Sweat's team. And I can truly say nobody paid me to say this, or nobody like I'm not worried because I'll say what's on my mind. I had no problems with anybody. Like no drama, no weird energy. Like everybody felt like family. And even like funny enough, Pink Sweats camp, we had like church, like you saw the one you posted. We was, they sing R&B, but you best believe we were backstage singing gospel and having praise and worship sessions.
That's cool.
And because a lot of us are all church kids.
Yeah.
So it's just one of them things. Everything will be a church moment, you know, if you let us loose. So that's kind of what it was. But I made some of the best connections. Half of us are now following each other. We keep in contact. We're cool. We got group text. We laugh. We like, okay, when is the next tour? When we hanging out? What we doing? Like, call me if you need me.
Yeah.
Things like that.
That's cool.
Across the board.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Self-analysis time. What do you feel is one thing that you can do better to keep you moving in the direction that you're going?
I guess I touched on it, like being aware, being present. Because when I'm not present, I'm not myself. I'm not
Okay.
the lie that people see all the time. I'm like in my head, I'm overthinking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have to stop that. I'm like one of the biggest. I overthink everything, but just know that like God put me in this place. He wouldn't bring me here for me to fail.
Right.
So even when I'm like, oh crap, I messed up on this, and then I beat myself up, like I gotta stop doing it.
So I would say live in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy the moment. Yeah, live in the moment. Enjoy the moment. Don't worry about what's to come when you get off that tour, because it's gonna be there for you. Just live in that moment, man. Enjoy that.
Yeah.
You prayed for this. You worked for that. Enjoy
Mm-hmm.
it. How dare you pray for that, work for that, cry for that, then get there and it's a blur because you're thinking about the next thing or what if and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, God gave you that. Enjoy that. Live it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, for real. I had to teach myself that too. I used to be that way. Even when I was going like vacations, I wouldn't enjoy myself because I'm worrying about, man, I got to get this going when I get back and like all that. For real. I used to be that guy.
All the time. Like when I told you earlier, I'm like, I don't get excited about things until I get paperwork. And then I get the paperwork and I'm like, well, it's only 3 months. So what I'm gonna do after those 3, like, you know what I mean? Like, why do I do that?
Right.
Nah. I'm always trying to like the hustle in me is like, all right, this is cool. This is great, but this money ain't gonna carry me after that. So it's like I'm trying to build a pipeline and not even enjoy what's happening.
Let it go and have that faith. It's gonna be there. You're seeing it's there now, right? It's there now. We talk, it's there now, so you know it's gonna be there. Just have that faith and let go and enjoy. You worked for that, girl. You cried for that. You suffered for that.
Did I cry?
Huh? Say that again.
Did I cry when I said I cried before, I cried during. I don't know where all these tears have come from as I got older. I don't even know if I'm becoming soft, but I got to get back to the thug in me. You know, I don't know what's going on. I don't like it.
Nah, you just got in touch with your inner feelings and your inner self. You're not putting up that hard exterior pretending. We pretend a lot. Mm. We pretend a lot for the world, girl. Nah, let them feelings out. Let them emotions out. That's why when you're talking about I don't want to cry, nah, cry.
I don't want to get all ugly on here. I was trying to keep my makeup in. I did good because it as soon as I thought about it, I was like, "Ooh, here it comes."
Yeah, you did good. Well, guess what time it is? Trivia time.
I'm ready.
Let's go. Let's see if you're gonna get your black card revoked, girl. Let's see.
Ready.
You ready?
Yep.
I got 15 good questions for you. We're going the long way this time.
Okay.
Normally I do 10, but I'm gonna give you a shot to redeem yourself because a lot of people don't know you were on that on the episode with the By the Way web series.
That was not me.
Listen, y'all, she had to run back and go watch Martin because she was terrible. Who doesn't know Martin trivia? But it's all good. She's here. She's back. She's gonna redeem herself. I had to out you. I'm sorry. It's all good. It's all love.
It be your own friend. It be your own friends.
All right, listen. Question number 1. In what year did Cash Money Records take over? Was it A, 2001 to 2002? Was it B, 1999 to 2000? C, 1997 to 1998? D, 2004 to 2005?
Wow.
Come on, girl. Cash Money Records taking over for the
99.
There you go.
2008.
There you go. 1 redemption point.
1.
All right.
14 more to go.
We got 14 more. Yeah, listen. 14 more to go. Here we go.
Okay.
Question number 2. Approximately how long did Sophia have to fight? Was it A, 5 minutes? B, all night long? C, all her life? Or D, never?
All her life.
All my life I had to fight.
I'm on a roll. Is this even a game? Like, let's go.
Girl, listen, look at you now. All right.
Get 2 right. All the confidence. All of it.
All of it. Confidence. All right. Question number 3. What year was interracial marriage legalized in the U.S.?
Okay, now this is about to get me.
Threw a curveball. Oh, threw a curveball in there. Was it A, 1964? B, 1952? C, 1973? Or D, 1967? What sounds right? What feels right? Interracial marriage legalized.
Give me the years.
I can't believe that was... Dang. We've come a long way. What year was interracial marriage legalized in the U.S.? I never knew it was against the law.
I was about to say, like, is this a trick question? I was waiting for all of the above or none of the above.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, this is a real thing. You want me to tell you the answer? Because I would have known this.
1970. Wait, give them to me again.
64, 52, 73, or 67? Broderick says 64.
Brother, are you cheating? 1973.
Nope, it's 1967. We're going to throw that one out because nobody knew that. I didn't even know that. And I'm looking at the card.
Brother, how you give me the wrong answer? You got your phone. Look it up.
He said, I think. He said, I think. All right, I got another one. I don't know if you know this one. This is a throwback. Which character from Cooley High was a regular cast member on A Different World? Was it Tyrone, Cochise, Pooter, or Preach?
So, I'm not gonna answer this because I don't even know their names or who they are. I know Cooley High, but I wish you would have gave me their names on A Different World.
Yeah. But who? Okay. What name rings a bell to you though? What name do you hear a lot when people are talking about Cooley High?
Sam again.
Tyrone, Cochise, Pooter, and Preach. What Broderick saying?
What he say?
No, he's still talking about the last one. He said, I was guessing the wifey knew though, but she wasn't in the room.
I need Rachel to come in the room. I'm trying to win. When people talk about Cooley High.
Yeah, they
Tyrone, is it?
No, it's Preach.
Oh.
I hear Preach a lot. Yeah. All right, you got this one though. Okay, that's 2. Okay. So you got 2. You got 2 wrong, right? No, we threw 1 out. So you got 1 wrong. All right. Last time he checked, he was the man on these streets. Was it Young Jeezy, Jay-Z, yes, Lil Wayne, or Drake? What you got?
Young Jeezy.
Yep. Correct. Ding, 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 ding.
I talking
All
about
right.
Tyrone. Wrong.
Yeah, he said Tyra had to come in the comment. All right. If okay, next question. If they climbing through your windows, you should hide your A, money, B, Easter eggs, C, kids and wife, D, television.
I would hide all of them, but for the sake of this question, I'm gonna hide kids and wife.
Yes, kids and wife for 300, Chuck. Oh,
Woo!
are you
Good
gonna know
answer.
this?
Good answer.
Are you gonna know this one? What is Mike Jones' phone number? Was it?
283308004.
There you go.
And as a bonus, my dad's real name is really Mike Jones.
Oh wow, wow. So you should know
Yeah,
that then. That probably stuck with you.
exactly.
That song probably listen, Mike Jones when he was out, that was you loved it, didn't you?
I'd be like, my dad's name is Mike Jones. People be like, who? Okay, bye.
There you go.
Go away.
That's a part of your history right there. So you had to know that. You made your dad proud.
Mm,
All right.
yes.
Jerome from Martin is a player from where? Detroit, Harlem, Chicago, the Himalayas.
That's a trick question because he really live in Detroit, but we're gonna say Himalayas.
You are
It's
correct.
actually both.
You are correct. All right.
I like that Martin went in there.
See, I had to test you. You said you had been
I,
watching, so I had to test you. All right, next question. We almost through here. We got how many more? 2, 4, 6, 7. All right. Which character from Martin lived on the fifth floor? Was it A, Roscoe?
bro, man.
Yeah, we ain't got to go through it. You got it. What does it mean if she dreams of fish last night? Bad luck, somebody pregnant, somebody getting married, or money?
Pregnant.
Correct. Girl, you on a roll. Look at you in your Black
Told
Power
you.
suit. We over here, Black Power, right? There we go. Black card
Okay,
is
and
not.
I told you you're not revoking my black card before Black History Month. I told you.
Oh, good. All right. According to Kanye, who doesn't have the answers? You know this.
Sway.
There you go. All right. Which historically black fraternity was the last to be admitted to the Divine Nine? I didn't know this one. Omega Psi Phi. Is it Iota Phi Theta? Girl, I don't even
Mm-mm.
know how to pronounce it. Kappa Alpha Psi or Phi Beta Sigma?
Yes.
Yes, what?
That's my answer.
That's the universal answer when you don't know shit.
C. You know how you don't know, you just skip C.
All right, it was Iota Phi Theta. I think is how you say it. I don't know.
What
I'm
letter was
sorry,
that?
y'all. I'm butchering your fraternity. Was that fraternity? Yeah, not sorority. Fraternity. If anybody out there watching is part of that, I apologize. My bad. I didn't pledge. So,
Was
um,
that
huh?
was that the letter C?
No, that was B.
Oh, well,
All right. How many fights did Fresh Prince get into before his mom got scared?
one little fight.
There you go. In which city was Martin Luther King Jr. killed? Girl, you better know this.
Give me my answers.
Was it Atlanta, Memphis, Tennessee, Washington, D.C., or Birmingham, Alabama? Don't say Birmingham because that was Rosa Parks on the bus. I'm just letting you know. Process
You
of
give me A, B, and C again.
Atlanta, Memphis, Washington, D.C.
Atlanta.
Girl,
Oh,
he's not killed in no Atlanta. It was Memphis, Tennessee.
oh, oh, dang. Tamia would know she's from Memphis.
And listen, I done gave you the
Y'all
listen.
got my boy.
I need to slap myself. Listen to this. In what city did Rosa Parks refuse to move to the back of the bus? It wasn't Birmingham.
Where was it? You gonna get your own black card revoked.
I'm getting mine revoked bad. Oh, damn. Tuskegee,
Wow.
Montgomery, Birmingham, or Jackson? It was Montgomery. I give you that. I messed that one up.
Montgomery, you ain't hear the come out.
Oh, I heard the.
Ooh.
The gump. Damn. I'm gonna get my card.
Don't take my. About to take her card.
Nah, we good. You passed. You're not gonna get your card revoked. I might get mine though. All right, girl. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you for coming back on the show. Everybody, you make sure you check out LA or La, however you know her, on Instagram. Let LA Style You on Instagram. Go to the website, letlastyleyou.com. That is still the website, correct?
Yep. Let LA Style You.
I have everything in the description down below. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, we appreciate you tuning in, but you cannot click the links. You will have to go to the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, Kickin' It with KoolKard, and click the links there. You can find La, you can find LA there. If you need her services, go to the website. If you want to check out her fashion line, Drip by La. What's that website? Is it dripbyla.com?
It's all connected to the website.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I got everything down there. I'm just not looking at it. But anyway, everything's in the description. Make sure you show this sister some love. She is doing her thing. She has manifested her way into living her dreams. All right? It's real, y'all. It's real. It's real out here. No, but seriously, I had to have you on because you are a true testament to what everyone's saying and talking about manifesting your dreams like you really are doing it. So I love it, man. I love it. Praying for you. Just continue doing great things. I know you will. Don't forget to live in the moment.
I will.
Don't forget to live in the moment.
This is why I have friends too, telling me this all the time.
Yes. Live in the moment. If you start getting jaded, remember. Right? Live in the moment.
I'm just gonna come back and watch you preach to me because you gave a word today. We're gonna take up offering after this.
Amen.
Put the cash app there.
Listen, they don't have to cash app. Hit the subscribe button. Do that for me. Go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Pull up KoolKard. Kickin' It with KoolKard. Leave me a review. Save the podcast. That's how you can give your offering. Tell somebody about your boy. Just tell somebody about your boy.
I tell all my friends about it.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Y'all can find me at KoolKard on Instagram, everywhere else, all that. You can find me here. All right. Peace and love, guys. I appreciate you tuning in every Tuesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're listening on the podcast, this airs on Wednesday. Appreciate you guys, man. Love it, love it, love it, and love you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you, La. Thank you, LA. I appreciate you, girl.
Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure. Love kicking it with you.
For sure, for sure. I'm going to have you on the TV show when that goes down.
Yes.
I'm going to have the whole crew on there. The whole crew.
You know we love to travel. We'll be there.
I know. Y'all all doing y'all thing. All y'all doing something special, so it's boring.
My circle is always, like Jess says, all our friends are doing big things. Always.
Yes. Love it, man. Love it. Hey, y'all. We out of here. Peace and love. Appreciate you guys. And it's on.
Bye.